Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss whether or not Arby's smoked bourbon should be taken seriously.
We have the meats.
Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Cole and Tim Swyatt.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey,
Hello.
We might have to isolate. I always mess McNew up when I start talking during her intro. We should be isolated where she can't hear me, and then I'm allowed to do that. That'd be nice. But
yeah,
We get you a red light and a green light.
Yeah, we need
go
something.
over you all the time.
Yeah. So, yes, we're going to be talking about Arby's. Kathy has done a bunch of research here, apparently, so that's good. She showed us pages that were just highlighted with all kinds of information. I just saw a whole article how people laughed it off, and they shouldn't. This is game-changing, and smoked bourbon could be a huge thing, and they're the leaders right now, and all this. And I'm like, okay, do we need to take this seriously? That's going to be the show. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, Tim said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, Tim?
So I live in the northwest side of Chicago, and the gas station chain Casey's is starting to invade the place. I love Casey's. I love the old fashioned donuts. I'm a big fan of Casey's pizza.
Yeah,
I married in
Casey's
Central Illinois.
I like Casey's.
Yeah,
They're not a
Central
cult.
Illinois girl. That's the place where they went out in town because they didn't have a stoplight, and the stop signs are outlined in white or optional, from what I was told. So our whole entire town is losing their shit. Exactly. You got it, Kathy. Yeah, they try to fool the city boy. So our whole town is losing their shit over Casey's breakfast pizza.
Oh, I like
absolutely losing it. So I've been a big fan of the Walmart breakfast pizza. I don't step in a Walmart very often, but when I do, that breakfast pizza comes out with me. They make a mean breakfast pizza. Has anybody had the Casey's breakfast pizza?
Yes.
And is this something I should go stand in line for?
Yes.
Like an idiot.
Should. I don't recommend standing in line, but Casey's is fucking baller. There's one 5 minutes from my house, and I will get Casey's for breakfast, lunch. No shame in that gas station pizza. It is pure tier of gas station pizza. Get it?
I haven't had it, no, but I'd like to.
So their breakfast is good. Like the eggs they have good. I'm not even like a breakfast person, but they have good breakfast. The eggs are good. If you like bacon, that's fine. But their fucking real pizza, also good. I am here for Casey's pizza all day, every day.
Okay. Wow.
But is there a pizza you're not down with? Like, let's just on the scale.
Okay.
What pizza would you not want?
Domino's is trash.
I agree.
Trash. Other gas stations, trash. Papa John's, iffy. Our Pizza Hut is good. But no, Casey's is 5 minutes from my house. I can walk in, get gas, get a pound pop, buy some other shit, get a
fountain
pizza.
soda you meant. Sorry.
No, she meant pop.
That was an error.
Soda.
That was an error.
And if you get Casey's taco pizza, that's also a vibe. But I'm here for Casey's breakfast. I'm here for Casey's lunch. Love fucking Casey's.
Casey's, okay.
Yes.
One time, when I went to Costco, because a friend of mine told me it's the greatest place ever, and this is my first time I delved in and went into that place, and I hated it. I hated the store, and I told him why, because he's like, look at the dress clothes, and I've talked about this before. It looks like they were dressing Fidel Castro. I mean, it was like if I wanted to wear the same khakis, they had 100 pairs of each in all the sizes, but they were the exact same color, and then they had dress shirts, either blue or white, I guess, depending on what your mood is. And that was going to be your outfit every day. That's all I wanted to wear, I guess that's the place to go. So I hated the store. And then he's like, well, the saving thing though is the pizza. It is today. And I tried that pizza. I thought it was terrible. I thought that Costco pizza was terrible. I threw it away because then I knew they had some ingredients that would scramble your brain.
They just take some Totino's out of the freezer?
Yeah, it was basically Totino.
Casey's is very different. Casey's is solid.
But we're not talking about Casey's right now. McNew took a break because she had to eat. She was eating, so yeah.
So wait a second. Your first trip to Costco was to find dress clothes?
Well, it was a coworker, and he was like, "This is where I get all my dress clothes." I'm like, "Now I know why you look the way you do, you jackass. It's terrible."
I thought it's where you went to buy like bulk toilet paper and paper towels.
I don't know. Maybe it would have been awkward to go with a guy I work with and be like, "Let's go look at the toilet paper. It's really good." No, I didn't look at that. He was like, "You can get all kinds of clothes here and stuff." I was like, "This is terrible. I hate this." Oh yeah. Yeah, and then
the play at Costco is to get the strawberry vanilla sundae and stick a churro right in the middle of that.
Right.
And then you chop on the churro as you're dipping the ice cream with the strawberries.
All right. Maybe I would go for that. I don't know. Yeah.
Pizza's
that sounds good.
No, the pizza's
Yeah. People who they like going to, what is it? The Home Depot's got like the hot dog cart, and people are like,
Depot
this is
dogs.
Depot dogs. Yeah. I've never got a Depot dog, so I don't know, but it seems like you could get a better hot dog out there. I'm just saying. I don't go to the Home Depot for their great hot dogs. That's just me though. It's just me, Kathy. How about you? You like the dogs at the Home Depot?
I've never had a dog at the depot.
Exactly.
But Kathy has been known to let the dogs out, though, right, Kathy?
Yeah.
You do let the dogs out. Good.
I don't know what it is. And they even say they got the ballpark Franks at the store. They're never the same. Why, when you go to watch a baseball game and you get a hot dog, they're so fucking good? Why is that?
Because of the water. They cook them in.
No. That's just Wrigley. Only Wrigley boils their hot dogs.
So I'm not a hot dog girl. I don't eat those, but I'm a nacho girl. And
the nachos are great too.
Wrigley does have the best nachos with the fucking processed cheese. You can get
cheese. The nachos are good.
That's the best processed cheese, and it doesn't make sense, but I'm here for it.
I get the pretzels. The big pretzels good.
I like the nachos. I like the shitty chips and the processed cheese. That's what I get, and I pay $17 for them, and I'm not even mad about it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. All right. Well, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Tim. Hopefully he's got some of that Arby's smoked bourbon that he's going to be drinking. Yeah. What do you got?
I am going to be drinking some smoked whiskey, but it's from Deer Hammer, Hickory Smoked Deer Hammer.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, I almost heard it.
I heard something there. So that's one of Tim's better cork pops.
It was a smidgen.
Do you know I got discontinued from the label because some homeless guy that was featured on there before me came in and looked at the label and got mad, and Lenny was scared of him. He said the guy's unstable, and he felt like if he didn't switch it over, the guy might kill him. Here's a guy who's willing to fight any distiller in the world. He removes me from a label because he's afraid of some homeless guy.
Yeah, well,
hand mills his grain.
Have a different fighting ability.
Hand mills his grain.
Yeah.
Wasn't some homeless guy wearing a Deer Hammer hat on the side of like?
Homeless people love Deer Hammer for some reason. I don't know what the reason for that is. So it's number one amongst the homeless. So fair enough. All right, McNew, what do you got?
I have some Old Hammer. It's a single barrel pick from Indiana.
Okay, that was cute, but that's enough for the lead. Does anyone officially verified they don't pronounce that hammer, even though it's only one M?
It's only one M, so I say Hammer. It might be Hammer, and it's from
West Indiana. Isn't everything the Hammer?
The Hammer, yeah. Even the lawyers are the Hammer.
Yeah. Oh my god! I say
the Hammer.
There's only one M.
If you call him the hammer, he'll come after you. He's the hammer.
We do have a board, but he spells it with 2 N's.
Okay. All right. What do you got there, Kathy?
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to open up my Yellowstone family recipe.
Oh, there's the lead. Oh, it was a little sloshy, and there was still a desk punch there. So there's a lot going on at that one, but it still was the lead. Have you tried that one yet, Kathy?
Yes, I have.
My God, I love that. That is the best thing Yellowstone's ever made. That is that's whiskey of the year. That's whiskey of the year.
There may have been a 2-bottle limit. But if you waited around long enough...
So they had a shift change. I saw you... I heard you waited for a shift change.
I actually walked out with 4.
Yeah. I wish I had 4. Jim got a bottle based on my recommendation. And he got 2 because you could get 2. So he gets 2. He's drank through 1 already. In like 2 days, it's gone. So now he's like, oh, I got to nurse this next one. I know as soon as he cracks it, it's going to be gone.
Was it Jim or was it Heidi?
Well, Heidi.
Between the 2 of them, it didn't last an hour.
Yeah. So, yeah. Damn, that stuff is good. I love that stuff. All right. I've got Distillery 291. Do I hold up much hopes of beating Kathy here? No. This is their experimental with a single malt. This is single malt with them. So, pretty cool. All right. Cork pop. Yeah. That was Tim level there. Tim and I we battled it out for the basement on that one. So
291 corks don't do well after the first pop.
This is true. The first one's good, but then after that, terrible. Cheers. Congrats,
Cheers.
Kathy. All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about this Arby's smoked bourbon, and should this be taken seriously? We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
This is Danny Kennard, which is turning into Freddie Mills. Y'all have a good fucking day, because this is the Bourbon Daily. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about Arby's smoked bourbon, and should we take it seriously?
Yes, we are. So, they've come out with this product, and again, it's tough to take something seriously that doesn't take themselves seriously in what they do in fast food. I mean, they're kind of goofballs, which is funny. I mean, they don't take themselves seriously in their advertising. Should we take them seriously in their bourbon now? So, Kathy, what did you come up with your research? I would be interested.
So the first thing I learned is, like you said, this isn't their first foray into alcohol. They've done 2 vodkas based on their French fries.
Yes.
So this is their 3rd time in, and I found an article on Food and Wine magazine because they're going to know the most about bourbon, of
course.
And what
food
they said
and wine
is,
and maybe bourbon.
It's Arby's chance to bring its smoked meat expertise to bourbon.
Okay.
It's a limited edition whiskey that is smoked with the same real woods used to smoke their meats. Now, I don't know what fake woods they may smoke their meats with, like maybe liquid smoke, but we're told it's real wood.
It's got real wood, so yes.
It's a 90 proof, and it's produced by Brain Brew Custom Whiskeys in Ohio.
Yeah, they're in Cincinnati area.
They take Arby's smoked American oak, so it's Arby's, like, probably has a stamp on it, right?
Yeah, sure.
They put it in the bourbon, and then they quotation mark woodcraft finish it by heating and cooling the liquid to replicate the variation of temperature through the seasons.
Okay.
There it is.
They're rapidly aging
their
smoking process. Yes. Yes. First of all, when you eat Arby's, God forbid when you have to do that, do you ever think for a second this is a nice smoked meat? I do not. It tastes as plain and unflavorful as possible. It feels like there's been nothing added to it.
For me, it's more of a texture. Like when you bite into it, that's the only thing that I get from Arby's.
Because it's so thinly shaved that, they pile it up then. And
I will give them the credit for having good chicken strips when they had them, as far as fast food chicken strips went.
Okay.
I love their curly fries.
But they had good chicken strips.
I don't eat
curly fries.
Arby's other than the warden. It's her policy if you're sick. So if you're ever like down with the flu and then you're starting to get better where it's like, I'm kind of hungry, but then you got to be worried about what you're going to eat. She'll always say Arby's because it's loaded with protein and there's nothing that's going to throw off your system in there or anything like that.
It's so mild. It's like
it's so mild.
Crackers. It's the cracker.
It's the crackers
saltine cracker of fast food.
Yes. Yeah. So that's the only time I've been, and I've been healthy for quite a while. I had a food poisoning back when I had my corporate job. That's the last time I remember getting sick.
So I have more. I have more when you're ready.
Okay, yes. So let's go on. Okay, what else do we have about this?
You can also purchase a little smoker hat.
Okay.
So it looks like a cowboy hat, like the Arby's hat, and you put it on the top of your glass and you can smoke your cocktails with it.
That's nice. That's a good touch.
One of the things that has me worried for them is on the bottle, there's a red wax circle.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Copyright.
Party foul.
They're about to get sued.
So I'm pretty sure that's going to be a problem.
Yeah. I saw one of our friends that owns a craft distiller posted a new product he's got out, and it was dipped in wax, and the wax was all dripping down, and I thought, well, I don't want to spoil his party because it's done. He's put it out there, and it's but he's going to be getting a letter. So that's not good.
Yeah.
It's not your place to tell him. He'll find out.
Exactly. Well, I don't want to.
Listen, the letter's already in the mail, Steve. He probably already got it.
Exactly, and it's like, Then all of a sudden, if I say it, it's like I'm being a dick, and I've done it. I have nothing to do with it. I just saw it. I was like, I know what's going to happen now.
No,
You cannot have the wax stripped down. It's just that's a rule. So go ahead, Kathy.
All right. So one of the things they're excited about. The smoker is $50.
$50.
Whoa.
For the Arby's hat smoker. Yeah, $50.
$50.
Now, is it a tall hat?
Okay, so I don't think that's insane because we order a lot of things from Bespoke, and that seems par for the course on those type
We
of.
have cocktail smokers at the ABV Barrel Shop for just $25.
Well,
Whoa.
go to ABV.
That's half. You can have 2 of them for that price.
You could smoke 2 cocktails at once.
Yeah. It's good.
His and hers.
Yeah. I put a video out there of one in use. It looks good. Check out the ABV Barrel Shop Facebook page. You can see them. They're $25. Huh?
I don't know how much. Does anybody know how much the bourbon's selling for?
It's cheap. It's not bad. Like $50 or $60.
Yeah, I thought it was like $50.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
This is one of the last paragraphs in this Food and Wine article. Regardless of which release you go for when they're talking about the vodkas and the bourbon, be prepared to pound on that refresh button. Arby says its previous bottles of booze sold out in under 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Wow.
And a quick search of eBay reveals that an empty bottle of their crinkle fry or curly fry vodka goes for $125.
Now let's clarify that.
That's for
Somebody
sale.
put the bid out there for $125. That's all they're going to take. There needs to be a buyer who's
Right.
going to be willing to
It's
pay.
not worth anything until someone buys it.
But they did note that bourbons tend to be more coveted than vodkas. So Food
This
and
is
Wine
true.
has that going for them.
This is true. Illinois was a state you could get that in. Tim, did you buy?
I have not.
Okay.
Now, what I do appreciate about this, Arby's has a little special place in my heart because after a long night partying in Vegas till 3 a.m. and then having to be at the office by 5 that morning, Arby's did save me with their honey barbecue boneless wings. So basically chicken nuggets, because if you say boneless wings, that's just a fancy way to say chicken
Right.
nuggets.
It is a fancy word for nuggets, yeah.
Yes. So I'm an Arby's fan for chicken, but I haven't had the beef in a long, long time. So I do have a special place in my heart for that. 90 proof I appreciate as well. But if you want to declare war on your stomach, eat Arby's. So that's kind of where it's at. So it was interesting that this topic came up because I was at one of our friends, one of our friends' bars in Louisville, and a member of the industry who is really involved with barrels and I were talking, and we brought this up along with another release that came out that day or the day after with Seth MacFarlane, another celebrity bourbon.
Yeah.
And it was funny because the marketing picture for Seth MacFarlane looked like he just smelled a fart, and then they took his picture and everything. But we got on the topic that are we supposed to take this thing seriously? And I think we're at a point where this is now becoming comical,
Right.
which now pushes people into is the category being abused
Right.
to the point now that we have some real problems with the products that are out there if you don't understand how to read a label and you're just saying, oh, if they put that in bourbon, now they're flavoring bourbon. Nobody understands that you can't flavor bourbon. It's not bourbon anymore. It's this, that, or the other. So I think there's a lot of confusion out in the marketplace. And while I appreciate a 90 proof bourbon not going at 80 proof, smoked and then rapid aging, let's call it like it is. Yeah, I'm not going to buy that for $60 or $50.
Right.
I may pick it off on a bottom of the bin shelf when they can't sell it for 10 or 15 bucks just for the novelty. And then I'll list it on eBay and I'll let everybody know on Facebook or Instagram when I'm selling that for $150.
Sure.
Bottle.
Sure.
I don't think I'd want to try it if it came free with my Arby's combo meal.
Yeah, they in a shot in that bag. Yeah.
I've mixed worse in cocktails. So
Yeah.
there's got to be a
Interesting.
price where you got to try it just to give it the opportunity.
I guess.
I guess, but I think we have a bigger discussion here on how comical some of these releases have been and are getting, and they're coming out fast and furious,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah,
very
really
concerning for
troublesome.
traditional.
You're a Chicago guy. Is Arby's even around there? I think of Chicago. I think of those beef sandwiches and stuff. That's a big market where there's some good beef sandwiches up there. How can Arby's even survive there? I would think.
No, they're few and far between now. A number of them have been closed down in other Chipotles. So it's pretty funny with that. But yeah, you got your beef sandwiches up here. I have a hard time not going to a Portillo's or to our folks in Arizona, Portillo's. So I have a hard time not going to Portillo's for a beef sandwich.
Right.
Arby's, I will go if I have to for a chicken sandwich, but that's usually because I'm traveling by myself and sleeping alone, because the night thereafter is quite
Yeah.
different.
So I will agree with you. So like I like Arby's if I'm on the road and I stop at a truck stop and like, oh, there's an Arby's in a bathroom. Great. I'm gonna get some chicken fingers and some barbecue sauce. Like that's why I'm stopping at Arby's.
Yeah.
It's
really
never a real choice. That's never like, let's get Arby's for dinner. Arby's is never a choice. It's just because it's there.
But you know what? You really can't find curly fries hardly anywhere else anymore.
But they've
Jack in the Box.
So I used to be a curly fry stan. I love some curly fries, but lately they've been like a little mushy and not great. Like I have not had
I don't like when they're mushy.
fries lately.
No. Do you like do you like the big round curly ones or the
tight
corkscrew
spirals?
ones? Yeah, the
I
tight
like
spirals.
the skinny ones. I like the skinny corkscrews.
Corkscrews, yeah. That's
Yeah.
the one. That's the one.
It is.
And there's way more of the other ones in there than the corkscrews. So
Yeah.
they got to work on their ratio.
They've
Yeah.
not been up to par lately in the last year.
Well, they've been giving all their good fries to the vodka folks.
Right.
The vodka team's been getting all the good ones. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they got to distill it. It's obviously a hot commodity. Got to
Right.
find your Arby's vodka.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be a special release, all corkscrews. So it'll be
Yes.
like, oh yeah, I'm all
It's like
over
all
that.
crunch berries.
Yes,
All
all crunch berries, all corkscrews. Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Well, on that note, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. We're going to start with Kathy. Kathy, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram. I am KK Cask Strength.
All right, Tim.
You can find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
McNew.
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm easy. Got to find him at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. The important website, though, is abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us. We're at the ABV Barrel Shop quite a bit, and sometimes KK is there sitting at the bar. So check us out, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
Cheers.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with the national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.